Look at this. Isn't this awesome? We have been making so much progress on our mobile home that we just have to acknowledge how far we've come. It's easy to lose sight of it when you're seeing how much there is to go. When you're looking at all the jobs stacked in front of you, you forget about everything you've done, how much we've accomplished. The house. I mean, it took forever to get all the rot fixed.
Yeah.
We got a new roof on it, insulated the ceiling, new ceiling panels, all the framing complete.
Painted the outside.
It's huge. And I'm happy. And we've had so much more progress that we're going to share with you today. We finally got this gable end all sealed up, insulated, packed full of fiberglass, and our ceiling board panel installed down here. And check this out. We finally got our shear wall installed. So this wall right here is going to be in the bathroom, and we're going to put our finished wall over the top of this. We installed this just to give structural rigidity in the center of our home, because this is the dividing center line of the home. So our home's 60 feet long. This is at the 30-foot mark. And that means that we have a nice stiff panel here where these are screwed all to the studs, a couple of sheets of plywood. That's all it takes to really stiffen up the structure. I mean, it made a big difference. The wall is solid. Before, you could really shake the house, because think about 60 feet of wall running one end to the other with nothing in the middle. So that's our structural support. Got that done. We also started bringing over some things that are going to be in the home eventually to get them out of our way at our real home. This was a big project because it's not just dropping off a couple of things. It's actually like cleaning and reorganizing everything back at home. We did a big clean out and made some room so that we can get better cleaned up on our own property. This isn't huge, but I built a little header up here, I guess we'll call it, because I didn't have that done before. And I also put these sideboards on. These are just 1x4s. So now our door frame is officially framed out for our closet here. Got that done. I started this framing for the electric panel. This isn't done yet. I still have to fine tune some things, but I'm getting ready for the electric service. And I had to bump out the wall right here where the panel's going to be. Not ideal, but it's going to work. And I've also got a couple of fittings glued on here so I can hook my panel to the conduit, because we had a cut-off end. So it's going to be a low panel, I know that. But here's the problem. This ground wire right here is short, and I couldn't raise my box up any higher or I wouldn't have enough wire, and I don't want to try to pull a new wire through this conduit. It's already tight, these are stiff, it's not going to move. And so we're working with what's in place here. But don't worry, in a mobile home, as long as you're 24 inches off the floor or higher, then the panel is good. And we're going to be just over 24 inches, probably closer to 28. And the panel will sit midway in the wall. It'll look totally fine. So we're getting this ready. Electric coming soon. And over here, I got some plywood up here as well, attached to the truss and the outer wall. Now that's an interesting feature this home had. At both ends, we have a cathedral ceiling, but then it bumps down and we have a short section of flat ceiling right here. And it's not just a design feature, it's actually part of the structural integrity of the home. So I wanted to make sure I put some plywood in there. We'll put a finished ceiling over the top of that plywood to cover it up. But basically what it's doing is stiffening up the outside wall. Before, that wall would shake very easily because, again, it's a 14-foot wall, no supports in the middle, and it kind of bounces. By hooking those boards on the top of it, we're creating kind of a stiffener on the top of the wall so it can't flex anymore. And we tie it into the ceiling truss. And so not only is it like a design element, but it is structural. And now this wall is stiffened, the front wall is stiffened, and we got that middle stiffener. I'm feeling good about the strength of this home. It should be able to handle anything. And I still have to insulate up here, and I picked up some insulation. So down here I got a little roll of R30 I'm going to try to stuff up there because it's kind of a thick gap I have to fill. And we also have some leftover pink insulation that I can use, so we'll get that all tucked in there soon. I just don't feel like dealing with the insulation right now. But let's today just head back into this bathroom and take a look at it because I have some things I gotta share. Well, I ran into a problem this week where I'm preparing to do the plumbing and the electrical work, so I just had to make sure I had everything lined up. And one of the things I had to do was finish framing for my shower. This is what I ran into. I was designing around a 32-inch shower in the bathroom, and 32-inch deep. It's going to be 5 feet wide, 32 inches deep. And when I went to look at that and get the specs, because I needed to know where the framing needed to be, I realized that they were sold out of stock, and I couldn't get any. And I don't know when they're coming back in stock. So I started getting like, I hate to frame for something not knowing if I'm going to be able to get it. So looking around, I found that I could still get a 30-inch shower or a 34-inch shower. Those were the two options available to me, and I was able to get them right now if I wanted them. I had to rethink this area, and I had to really see what I could do. I could easily fit a 30-inch shower in here, and it would work fine, but I was worried about it feeling cramped, you know, having not enough elbow room in the shower. I know it's 5 feet wide. I know 30 by 60 is a pretty standard sized tub, but I was hesitant to go any lower than what I wanted with that 32. So my next option was just bumping it up to 34 and seeing if I could make it fit. And I was worried that I wouldn't have enough room because I designed the bathroom pretty tight around 32-inch tub. Luckily, I think I can make it work and it'll be close, but we will still have all the required spacing from the toilet to the tub and everything. So it's going to be good. So I went ahead and went to the store and picked up the shower unit. They had it all in stock. I was able to get it. So we're upgrading from our 32 to a 34. And that is exactly why I haven't framed for the shower yet, because you never know about things like that. I don't like to frame until I have my shower on hand and I know exactly what I'm doing. So now that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to just pull in some boards. We're going to get this framed up for the 34-inch shower. And I'm hoping today that we can get the shower base set in place. That's my goal for today. Here's my spec sheet for my shower. So I'm pretty much going to follow the guidelines. There's top and bottom of one wall.
Cool. Large crack in that board?
Here?
No, the other board you just cut.
Oh no, it's just a weird cut.
Oh.
Yeah, just using this wall will help square things up.
It needs to move down more.
Can you step on that? I gotta lift this and push.
Step on what?
Just so it doesn't slide. This one board is wider than the other board. It's probably okay. We'll make do with it, right?
Yeah. Or you need to oscillate first.
Oh. It's gonna be good. That wall's looking okay. I guess I'm gonna get the next one ready.
That's probably it. That's my guess. You wanna look at the
It's gotta go the other way, I think. Like this.
oh.
If it's neither way, then we'll know we messed up. Why is it not lining up either way?
Was that wall supposed to go here?
Is this wall this wall? Oh, look it. I have right and left on them. And in my mind, I was doing it backwards. It says right,
Oh.
left. Like this is left, it says left, but I have it on the right. I have the walls backwards.
Wow.
That's embarrassing.
Good thing you didn't screw it in yet.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted both walls in here first, just to be sure everything was good. Okay. I'm gonna take this down, swivel it like this, because I want this bad part in the back of the wall. Ah, that lines up. Okay. So I just don't know right and left. That's okay.
Yeah.
That looks good. That looks fine. So where my new wall is coming to box in for the shower, you see there's a gap right here. I'm going to cut another 2x4 to put back here so that we can have a good corner before we put this in place. Oh, that looks nice and soft. That felt nice. I think I'm happy with that. We got both our walls in place, secure, and they look pretty good. Nice and even and plumb, the best I could get it. And that's our shower opening. That's all there is to it. No, not all there is. Now that I have this wall in place, I gotta put a corner nailer here. We always gotta think about corner nailers. So I'm gonna have a wall coming over. We need something to hook it to. So I'm gonna cut one more stud, put it right here. Now that I have this wall in place, I can see exactly where it needs to be. Does that make sense? Seems like it'll work. Clearly. Okay, that's done. Solid corner for our wallboard. Shower cove built out. I actually see there's a couple more corners I have to do. Here and here are no longer, they no longer have any corners on them. It's not a big deal for the tub because if you think about it, it's a shower. It'd actually be totally fine to hook to these. But up here above the tub there will be a bit of wall. So we will need corner nailers at least up here. I decided to go ahead and put those nailers in. Full length all the way, solid corners. Doesn't hurt anything. Now we have, I don't know, can you see it all? I'm trying to show you the framing. It can be tricky to show you guys all the framing I'm doing because it all blends together in a way that, like on screen at least, that you can't really see all the fine details. And speaking of fine details, I noticed one here that I want to change. I'm going to be shortening this wall, and I think I'm going to do that now quickly while I'm working with the wood. Now you can plan and plan, but some things, until you see it visually, you just don't know. And I have this closet here for the washer and dryer to be 36 inches deep, and that's exactly the way I wanted it. But if I can knock it back 1.5 inches, I can still fit the washer and dryer in there, and it will line up visually much better with stuff that's over here in the kitchen. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut this stud out and just move it back 1.5 inches, so just one stud width. Just a tiny little change, but I'll feel better in the end about it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll work on that, and I'll be right back.
What did it do?
No idea. Oh man, I'm chewing it up. Okay, this is an atrocious blade. I don't know, I've never used that blade before, but that was terrible.
And?
No, it's just like making the wood so hacked up. It's called the axe, the blade.
Ew.
I'm not going to use the axe again. Let me finish it with this. Okay. That's free. This isn't turning into the clean job I wanted, but honestly, guys, this is dumb to even be worried about this because it really wouldn't have made a difference. Nobody's going to notice this. And it's just these little things that I can do because I'm doing the build myself, where I can say, let's move this over 1.5 inches. But it wouldn't have mattered. Just finished up getting this one reinstalled and did the same to this one. Now they're both back 1.5 inches. I like it a lot better. And it all worked out fine. So, with that said, I think we are ready to start cleaning up this mess and bringing in the shower base. I'm running out of time here, but I want to make sure the shower base fits. I'm going to mark out the floor where the drain opening is going to be.
Nothing's just thrown, grab the other 2x3.
Alright, so we're going to bring it back to the back corner. Okay. Okay, good. With this, I'm just going to center it up, and we're just going to draw on the floor where the drain is. That's the drain opening. There's no way I'm going to be able to get this down by myself. We're just going to set it right on the ground for a moment, okay? thought we could get that
Watch out for that knob lever.
up. Careful
Can
for
we
the...
set it down for a second? That's tall. We're gonna have to.
Lift a little more.
Needs to be tilted back.
I am super pleased with all the work that we've gotten done. We had a short time where I felt like things were moving slow, and I didn't like it. But now I feel like we redeemed ourselves with all the progress and all the work that we did. I was hoping to have that shower base set tonight, but I just honestly don't have the light for it. So next time, I got to get that floor cut out. I'm going to bring my jigsaw, cut a hole for the drain, and we're going to have to do a mortar bed under the shower base because that floor is crooked. There's no way that base is going to sit flat, and we want to make sure it's going to last without cracking. So we just don't have enough time to mix up all the mortar and get it all set and leveled. We also got to bring our 4-foot level, which we don't have. We'll bring our 2-foot level. We'll make sure we get it all set the best that we can. We'll get going on that bathroom. Once the shower is installed, it's going to be a lot easier to get all the plumbing run to everything. We're going to be doing that and the electrical. I don't know what's coming first. All I know is that we have plenty of jobs to keep us going. We just got to keep the motivation level up. So hopefully we can keep flowing on this as we head into summer. When does summer start?
June 20th about.
So we are close to the beginning of summer. It's already starting to feel like it. But we're doing our best and we're going to keep pushing through. So thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
Bye.